Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Enough channel. In this video we're going to review round 23 of the 2025 NRL Supercoach season. So a bit of an ordinary week for myself with the 1261, which did see us drop about 850 spots in the ranks, so down back outside the top 21k. So not all's lost for a top 20k finish, but definitely not the forward momentum we've been on. So if you have a look at the team this week, Harry Grant was pretty good with the 77 on field. Kurt Donahue with 34 as a non-playing reserve was the right call. Payne Haas with 83 was really good, and Fahu White with 51. Obviously getting sin binned stopped that being closer to the 60 mark. Hudson Young with the 62 was solid. Qatar with the 64 solid. Connor Watson started on the bench, so only 47 for him, and Jacob Preston in the wet without a try this week, only a 45-point return for him. Nathan Cleary as our vice captain was good, and probably should have taken that VC score. Not that I think it would have helped us too much with some head-to-heads, but 104 was a great return for him. Isaiah Cattell with just the 41 in what was a well-beaten Dolphins team, so that's not too bad. Jaden Campbell with 78 was okay. We decided to roll the dice as captain. Didn't quite go as planned. Kerry Weeks, so since we've brought him in, just hasn't been able to jag that big score, so a 16-point return for him. And possibly on the bye this week, so we won't be playing him, but possibly one who is in case of emergency for the rest of the year. Centre wings, so Kiraz with a 47, again wet conditions, so limited the upside there. Zach Lomax with a 49. Dan Gagai was one of our trade-ins this week with just a 40-point return. Fortunately, he was the most popular sort of trade-in for Farnworth, so that's okay. And Fermor with 78 was quite good. Fletcher Hunt 27, not too worried about that. And then our fullbacks, so Dylan Edwards with the 73, Tommy Turbo, our other trade-in, only a 55 in what was a tougher matchup for him. And then James Tedesco, part of the absolute rampage of the Roosters over the Dolphins with a 189. So if we captained him, it would have solved a lot of our problems. But didn't foresee that scoreline going quite so far that way. In terms of the game day, we'll have a quick look at my matchups, but we're probably more interested in the main head-to-head finals. So I did squeeze a win over Serenity now in the minor, bottom half of the minor draw. So Cameron did captain Cleary, which was the right move, but yeah, I guess it was pretty close, because just looking at these scores, Munster with 92 was good, Paps with 76, KPP with 50 was okay, Gutho with 92, so I guess James Tedesco was the difference maker there for me, so just realised he hasn't got Teddy. But I guess in the main sort of finals, so Blue Bags gets a week off with a win over the Drop Bears, probably in large part to Nwangini Tawase turning up against the Dolphins as well, and I guess the captaincy call going the right way there as well. And the other one, so Shano getting the win over No Spoon this year. So what was the difference there? Guess having Cleary was one good point of difference. Having Munster, Payne Haas. Yeah, a lot of 50s and 60s this week for Gary, who's been carving up all year. But I think just more 70s and 80s there from Shano, just that consistent scoring. Yeah, particularly I guess the captaincy didn't go right for Shano either, so great win. And then in the bottom half, we say unlucky to LA Knight and the Duke, with them being eliminated by Athia City, and the Viking Warriors play on. But a massive scoring game in the bottom half with Nacho and steamed hams. So both Captain Cleary both had Tedesco, Nwangani Tawase. So I guess Brian Toto doing the business for Nacho with a 102. Oh, Ethan Strange as well with a 127. So some monster pods there. Well done, Archer. And unlucky Mel, but I think you do get another chance in that bottom half of the draw. Might even be up against me this week, I'm not too sure. In the second league, so just missed out to Julian's team, QP Field Taco, with a 1282. So in the end, he VC'd Nathan Cleary, which was the difference. If I matched it, I thought I needed to do something different. But if I had just matched him, I think I would have had it covered with, Starling and Drinkwater scoring 40s, whereas I had a couple of 50s in there. 49 for Aaron Clark as well, so Campbell would have covered that. But that's how it goes. But let's have a look at the other players in the league. No. I see all matches is what I meant. So inside out getting the week off with a 1350. So pretty high scoring, or relatively high scoring affair, but looks like Munster doing the business for David's team. The other top half. So Blitzkrieg getting the win over Guns N' Roses. So Sam getting a dub over Sharp. And again, I think Munster was the difference maker there with the 90. Obviously Jesse Ramian with 37. Crichton. So a few low scores there, unfortunately, for Shoab. And I think probably what was the match of the round, East Valley United and Katrina, Matt and Katrina's team up against each other. I think in the case of a draw, I think Katrina gets the win. So Matt's not sleeping on the couch. Well done, mate. But that's unreal. Getting a draw in a final. Stiff way to go out, but as I said, enjoy not having to sleep on the couch, champion. But once again, the top score comes from the bottom half with a 1407 for Justo's Dynasty. So VC Cleary, which was smart. Tyron Wishart, nice with an 86. Garner with a 78 was pretty differential too. So nice one there, Justin. Had Teddy, obviously. And then the third league. So got absolutely pumped by Evolution, Vu's team. So VC Tedesco, which is pretty nice. Well done, legend. Had Cleary as well. Had Nwangani Tawase. So that's probably the top scorer in the league too, wouldn't it be? Yeah, well done. Too good. But I guess in the main matchup, Serena Sinners getting the week off thanks to a win over the Savage Bulldogs. Ibrahim's a bit stiff, gone well all season, and then getting a 1-11-12 this week. That is unfortunate. VC Cleary was pretty nice. Had Teddy as well as a pod, so that was pretty comfortable in the end. And Hull White Star getting a win with a 14-13 over Louis Legends. So Nwangani Tawase as a pod there was helpful, and even just solid contributions from Fanua Blake, Hudson Young, Fermor getting the job done there. So I guess we could go into the other players, but I think we've covered most bases for who scored well this week. Yeah, so Tedesco, Strange, Sam Walker obviously kicking all the goals off the back of and a few try assists too, so 119. Dan Tupou, he's been a pretty juicy pod, 2% owned, scoring tries for fun off Sam Walker's kicks. Critter with an even 100 as well, he was really good in that game. Blaze Talangi, 99, great pod if you've got him. Savala was good, so yeah, lots of Roosters players as expected. Jackson Purdue kicked back, so I had him in Sports Deck, I'm pretty sure, so I'll have to have a look at that. That was a great call. Tolu Kola was good for the Seagulls. Tuala, yeah, well done to the 0.4% who scored the 90 all for him. And Nafahu, probably cheapie of the week with that 87, so made 65k. Well done if you got on him. But it's hard to sort of show trades with no trades left in the bank, so I guess we just got to look at what we're doing this week. So Hudson Young's having the week off and KO Weeks. So pretty sure Donahue may come in. Guess we do have Dewey as well as an option, so we do have to make a decision. Who sits out? So what are the matchups like? Penrith, Melbourne this week, so that's a big game. I think we want Penrith to win that one to help the Bulldogs get top 2. Warriors, Dragons. So what are the options? So Dewey, or I guess a second rower can't really sit out unless I flip Nafahu White. So let's just do that. So Donahue against the Broncos, and albeit the Broncos losing a lot in attack with Reynolds, Mam and Cobbo all hamstrung. The Roosters against the Bulldogs, so I guess Teddy's pretty matchup proof, but do they revert to Watson off the bench? Titans play the Sharks. Well, I guess we have to play Campbell because Weeks is on the bye. I think we play all these guys. So yeah, Lomax against South is a nice matchup. The Tigers play Manly at Allianz, so I think we do want to get Dewey involved somehow, some way, somehow. Is it? I think Donahue sits out again. That's alright. We can live with that. So yeah, it'll look something like that. I think maybe just put Terrell May on the bench, or he could be a captaincy option. So yeah, so Penrith Melbourne, obviously big game. We could VC Cleary. We could VC Teddy against the Dogs in case the Roosters have another big game. I hope they don't. Sharks, we don't really have any assets, and then it's getting a bit late after that. So maybe VC Teddy into captain. It might actually be Terrell May as captain. Nice sort of safer captaincy share. Could be Payne Haas as well. Let's go Payne Haas, why not? Yeah, up at Suncorp. Should be good. So something like that anyway. We'll probably do a bit of a quick preview on Thursday. But we can wrap the video up there. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NRL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy content on the channel. We are doing EPL and NFL. EPL kicks off next weekend, or this weekend coming up, I should say. So we'll do the round 1 preview in the coming days. But other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.